Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI. Today, we're taking a closer look at a major new partnership in the automotive world. Our analysis is based on the article Microsoft and Stellantis Want to Use AI to Help Car Owners, which was written by Jonathan M. Gitlin for Ars Technica on April 16th. So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll talk about how AI is meeting the automobile. Then, we'll dig into what's been called the smart car problem. After that, we'll analyze the new partnership itself, look at the AI-powered roadmap they've laid out, and finally, we'll discuss the broader implications this has for the entire industry.
All right, let's get right into the core announcement. What we're looking at is a brand new 5-year partnership between the global auto companies Stellantis and Microsoft. The whole idea here is to completely overhaul the car makers' digital services, their cybersecurity, and their engineering, with artificial intelligence right at the heart of it all.
Now, to really grasp the scale of this, it's important to know who Stellantis is. You might not know the name, but you definitely know their cars. It's a massive corporation that was formed when Fiat Chrysler merged with the PSA Group. And their portfolio? It includes huge brands like Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and many others. So this partnership, it has a truly global reach.
This brings up a pretty fundamental question, though. Why is a partnership like this even necessary? I mean, we've had tech integrated into cars for more than a decade now. But, let's be honest, the experience for the actual driver has often been less than ideal. It's created a very clear need for a whole new way of thinking about in-car technology. And I'm sure these frustrations sound familiar to a lot of us. You've got poor human-machine interaction, think of those clunky, distracting touchscreens. But it goes deeper than that. There are really critical concerns about security vulnerabilities, driver assistance systems that just aren't always reliable, and of course, the major privacy questions that come with in-car apps.
You know, this comment from the original article really just crystallizes that widespread feeling of frustration from customers. It perfectly captures this idea that the bar is set pretty low. The feeling out there is that the current tech is so problematic that almost any change would have to be an improvement. And so, that brings us to the strategy behind this partnership. It really is a direct response to these problems that have been building up for years. It's structured as a collaboration where two very different companies are bringing their unique and very complementary strengths to the table. The synergy here is really clear when you break it down. On one side, you have Stellantis, which brings that global industrial scale and decades of deep automotive engineering expertise. And on the other side, you've got Microsoft, contributing its trusted cloud platform Azure, plus its advanced AI and security platforms. It's really a classic case of an established industry leader teaming up with a tech giant to tackle a huge technological shift.
If you look at it from the Stellantis perspective, their Chief Engineering and Technology Officer Ned Couric really says it all. The key objective here is acceleration. They see this partnership as the way to give their own teams the tools they need to speed up AI adoption and just innovate faster across the entire company.
Okay, so we've talked about the why. Now let's move on to the how. What is the actual plan here? Well, the roadmap gets into some pretty tangible applications for AI, touching everything from product development all the way through to the final customer experience. They're focusing on 4 main areas. First up, using AI to make product development faster and better. Second, creating new features for customers like predictive maintenance. A third, and very crucial, piece is using AI to harden their systems against cyber attacks. And finally, it's all about delivering more resilient and reliable connected services to the people who own the cars.
So what does something like resilient services actually mean in the real world? Well, they gave a great concrete example. For a brand like Jeep, which is all about off-road capability, it means making sure drivers have reliable connectivity and secure data access, even when they're in remote areas where you can't normally get a good signal.
Now here's a detail from the announcement that might actually surprise you. The goal isn't to build out this massive new IT infrastructure. In fact, it's the opposite. The plan is to reduce their data center footprint by 60% by 2029. And what that tells us is that a huge part of this is about cloud migration and efficiency. It's about doing more with less.
So finally, let's zoom out and consider the big picture. What does a deal like this signal for the auto sector and really for other traditional industries? You have to wonder if this partnership could become a kind of blueprint for how legacy companies tackle a massive digital transformation.
For any professionals watching this space, there are some really important takeaways. First, it shows the growing trend of these strategic partnerships between legacy giants and big tech. It also highlights the shift to software-defined value,
where the quality of a car is judged more and more by its software. It confirms that AI is becoming a core competency for businesses, not just a side project. And it puts a needed focus on security and resilience as the foundation for any connected service.
And this all leads us to the crucial question you should be thinking about. What does this kind of AI-driven transformation mean for your industry? Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, use the QR code at the beginning of this video to buy us a coffee or hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. Please subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel and remember to like, comment, and share this analysis to help us reach a wider audience.